することです。
Archaeologists excavate and analyze artifacts, structures, and other physical evidence to study human history and prehistory. Without them, we would know nothing about our past. Join us as we look at 20 archaeologists who discovered what no one was supposed to see. Stunning mosaic. Uncover an ancient city. The discovery of an ornate mosaic from the 2nd century BC in the ancient Greek city of Side in the southern province of Antalya, Turkey, sheds light on the region's rich history and cultural legacy. Mosaics from this era frequently feature sophisticated designs, mythological subjects, and ordinary life, demonstrating the artistic and technical abilities of ancient artisans. Side, noted for its historical significance as a major commerce town and port city in antiquity, continues to unearth archaeological artifacts that shed light on its past. The discovery of this mosaic adds to the region's archaeological treasure trove, improving our understanding of the ancient civilizations that thrived there. Preserving and researching old mosaics like this one is critical for revealing historical stories and celebrating ancient cultures' inventiveness and skill. Such mosaics' exquisite features and symbolic depictions provide a unique view into past artistic and cultural practices. The discovery of this 2nd century BC mosaic demonstrates the continuing legacy of past civilizations and the importance of archaeological study in safeguarding our shared heritage. Homo luzonensis. Homo luzonensis is an ancient species of hominin found in 2019 in the Philippines' Callao Cave. This species is thought to have lived on the island of Luzon from 50,000 to 67,000 years ago. The discovery of Homo luzonensis is significant because it expands our understanding of human evolution in Southeast Asia. Homo luzonensis fossils include teeth, hand, and foot bones, as well as sections of the leg and thigh bones. This species' physical attributes indicate a blend of primitive and more modern qualities, making it a unique addition to the human evolutionary chronology. The discovery calls into question earlier beliefs regarding the region's hominin species richness, as well as how early humans traveled and adapted to varied habitats. Studying Homo luzonensis reveals information about hominins' complex evolutionary history, migration patterns, and interactions with other human species. The discovery demonstrates the enormous diversity of human forebears who once lived in different parts of the planet. Further investigation and examination of Homo luzonensis fossils are being conducted to learn more about this strange human species. Pompeii, a city preserved in ash. Pompeii is an ancient Roman city located near Naples, Italy. Mount Vesuvius, a nearby volcano, erupted in 79 AD, burying the city under a thick coating of volcanic ash and pumice and freezing it in time. The city remained relatively unaltered until its rediscovery in the 18th century, giving unique insights into the daily life in ancient Rome. Pompeii's preservation in ash has given archaeologists, historians, and visitors a unique perspective on the past. The ruins of the city provide a unique opportunity to explore streets, residences, markets, temples, and public buildings that depict Roman life in the 1st century AD. Artifacts, frescoes, mosaics, and even body castings of individuals killed in the eruption have been discovered, providing insight into numerous facets of Roman culture. Pompeii's archaeological significance stems not just from its preservation, but also from its cultural and historical importance. The tragic destiny of Pompeii serves as a warning story about natural calamities, human frailty, and the fleeting nature of civilization. Today, Pompeii is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a major tourist attraction, attracting tourists from all over the world who come to see the city preserved in ash and learn about its rich history. Prehistoric pedestrian fossilized footprints. The discovery of fossilized footprints in New Mexico, revealing that humans arrived in the Americas earlier than previously thought, is a groundbreaking archaeological discovery. These imprints provide crucial data that calls into question current assumptions concerning the date of human arrival to the continent. This discovery has the potential to fundamentally alter our understanding of ancient human migration patterns, interactions with local fauna, environmental adaptations, and the history of human colonization in the Americas. Researchers can learn about the habits, occupations, and lifestyles of the Americas' early occupants by analyzing fossilized footprints and related archaeological data. Understanding the time and routes of human migration across continents is critical to piecing together the larger story of human evolution. Ritual sacrifices in bog bodies. Bog corpses, or human remains that have naturally mummified in peat bogs, have been unearthed in several European nations, including Ireland, Denmark, the Netherlands, and Germany. Some of these bog bodies contain evidence of ceremonial sacrifices, calling into question ancient cultures' behaviors and beliefs. In numerous occasions, bog bodies have been discovered with traces of violent injuries, implying that these people were forced to ritual sacrifice. Archaeologists and researchers continue to dispute why these sacrifices were made. Some ideas propose that these people were sacrificed as part of religious ceremonies to placate gods, gain favor, or commemorate major events in their cultures. The well-preserved condition of bog remains allows scholars to analyze old rituals, beliefs, and activities that may have been common in prehistoric and early historic periods. Archaeologists can learn about the cultural, social, and religious aspects of the communities that practice these ritual sacrifices by examining the remains, related artifacts, and the circumstances of their finding. The study of bog remains and their potential relation to ritual sacrifices provides insight into ancient belief systems, social structures, and activities that were vital to European cultures thousands of years ago. These discoveries help us better comprehend our ancestors' broad and complex cultural traditions, as well as the spiritual and ceremonial components of their existence. Mysterious mummy. The digital unwrapping of the adored pharaoh Amenhotep, the first mummy after 3,000 years, is a stunning achievement in archaeological technology and a key milestone in our understanding of ancient Egyptian history. Amenhotep I, who reigned during Egypt's 18th dynasty, is well known for his achievements to the kingdom and historical significance. Amenhotep I's tomb has been preserved for almost 3,000 years, providing an exceptional opportunity to examine the bones of this respected pharaoh and acquire insights into ancient Egyptian burial traditions, mummification processes, and cultural beliefs. Researchers can non-invasively investigate the body, inspect any artifacts or amulets hidden within the wrappings, and acquire data on the mummy's physical state, health, and possible causes of death by digitally unwrapping it with cutting-edge technology. The tomb of Amenhotep I, which has remained untouched since the 11th century BC, contains a wealth of historical and archaeological value. Its pristine status provides a peek into the past, revealing vital information about Amenhotep I's rule, ancient Egyptian religious beliefs, and intricate pharaonic funeral rituals. The digital unwrapping of Amenhotep I's mummy, as well as further excavation of his tomb, have the potential to uncover fresh information about this ancient emperor, his legacy, and the mysteries of ancient Egypt. Sangsingdui statue. The Sangsingdui statue is a collection of enormous bronze sculptures discovered at the Sangsingdui Archaeological Site in Sichuan, China. The Sangsingdui site is well known for its remarkable Bronze Age artifacts, which date back over 3,000 years. The Sangsingdui statues were discovered in the 20th century, shedding information on a hitherto undiscovered ancient Chinese civilization. The Sangsingdui statues, which comprise magnificent bronze figures of humanoids, animals, and legendary creatures, are distinguished by their unique artistic style and meticulous detailing. These relics shed light on the ancient Sangsingdui civilization's creative techniques, beliefs, and cultural traditions. The discovery of the Sangsingdui statues called into question traditional historical narratives and broadened our understanding of the diversity and sophistication of ancient Chinese civilizations throughout the Bronze Age. The statues are regarded masterpieces of ancient Chinese art and have become iconic icons of the Sangsingdui people. They are significant for their artistic worth, cultural importance, and contributions to the study of ancient civilizations in China. Archaeologists, historians, and visitors alike continue to be fascinated by the items uncovered at the Sangsingdui site, which provide a window into a society that existed thousands of years ago and left a legacy of exceptional artistic ability. The World First Temple. Göbekli Tepe is an archaeological site in southeastern Turkey near the city of Şanlıurfa. It is regarded as one of the world's earliest known temples, dating back to roughly 10,000 BCE, making it one of the most significant archaeological finds in recent history. Göbekli Tepe predates both Stonehenge and the Egyptian pyramids by thousands of years. The site is made up of circular and rectangular stone monuments known as megaliths, with T-shaped pillars decorated with elaborate carvings of animals, abstract symbols, and humanoid figures. The rich decorations and towering construction of Göbekli Tepe indicate advanced craftsmanship and a complex belief system among its ancient architects. Göbekli Tepe challenges conventional notions about the Neolithic period. demonstrating that complex social and religious traditions existed earlier than previously thought. The site is thought to have acted as a ceremonial center for rituals, rites, and communal gatherings, possibly related to agriculture, astronomical observations, or religious beliefs. The discovery of Göbekli Tepe transformed our understanding of early human cultures, religious customs, and colossal building. The site sheds light on prehistoric people's cultural, social, and technological accomplishments, while also emphasizing the intricacy of their beliefs and communal systems during the Neolithic era. Terracotta Warriors. The Terracotta Warriors are a group of life-sized clay figurines buried with China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, to protect him in the afterlife. These magnificent sculptures were carved over 2 millennia ago and were discovered in 1974 near Xi'an, China's Shanxi province. The Terracotta Army is part of a massive mausoleum complex that also houses thousands of soldiers, chariots, and horses. The Terracotta Warriors are renowned for their outstanding craftsmanship, rich details, and massive size. Each soldier has distinctive face features, haircuts, and armor, exemplifying the skill and distinctiveness of ancient Chinese craftsmanship. The Terracotta Army finding has been hailed as one of the 20th century's most significant archaeological finds. The Terracotta Warrior's burial place exemplifies China's first emperor's power, wealth, and ambition, as he tried to assure his safety and prestige after death. The statues represent China's rich cultural legacy, artistic creativity, and scientific accomplishments during the Qin dynasty. Today, the Terracotta Warriors are a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a popular tourist destination, attracting visitors from all over the world to marvel at this historic icon of China's imperial past. Sir Ernest Shackleton's whiskey. Sir Ernest Shackleton's whiskey alludes to a historical finding found in Antarctica in 2007. A team of explorers discovered 3 crates of Scotch whiskey beneath Shackleton's Antarctic tent near the South Pole. The whiskey was among the supplies carried by Shackleton on his ill-fated mission to Antarctica in 1907, known as the Nimrod mission. The packages contained Mackinley's rare Old Highland malt whiskey, which is no longer in production. The whiskey was particularly well preserved thanks to Antarctica's very cold temperatures, which kept it from freezing or degrading. The finding of the whiskey shed light on the provisions and supplies carried by Shackleton and his party throughout their trip. In 2011, a few bottles of Mackinley's whiskey were carefully thawed and sent to a lab for study. The whiskey was eventually reproduced and distributed in a limited quantity, allowing whiskey fans to sample a piece of history and enjoy the same blend as Shackleton and his crew over a century ago. Sir Ernest Shackleton's whiskey has become a symbol of exploration, endurance, and the spirit of daring that characterized early Antarctic expeditions. The discovery and subsequent reproduction of the whiskey has added an intriguing chapter to the saga of Shackleton's expeditions, as well as the legacy of those who braved to journey into Antarctica's freezing wilderness. Borobudur. Borobudur is a magnificent Buddhist temple located in central Java, Indonesia. Built in the 9th century by the Zealand dynasty, it is one of the world's greatest Buddhist temples and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The temple complex is well known for its exquisite construction, detailed relief carvings, and religious significance. It is a unique architectural wonder made up of 9-tiered platforms topped by a central dome. The temple is embellished with nearly 2,500 relief panels and 500 Buddha sculptures, all of which contribute to the structure's overarching spiritual narrative. The reliefs depict scenes from Buddhist teachings and stories, taking visitors on a deep visual journey through Buddhist cosmology and philosophy. Borobudur, as a pilgrimage and devotional site, is spiritually significant to both Buddhists and visitors. The temple's layout represents the route to enlightenment, with visitors rising through various levels that reflect phases of spiritual development and awakening. The top platform provides panoramic views of the surrounding landscapes, resulting in a peaceful and meditative mood. Borobudur draws visitors, historians, and spiritual seekers from all over the world who come to marvel at its majesty, investigate its symbolism, and enjoy the peacefulness of its surrounds. The temple's long legacy and architectural beauty make it a cultural gem that exemplifies Indonesia's rich history and religious diversity. Mount Owen Moa. Mount Owen Moa, also known as upland moa, is an extinct species of flightless bird that once inhabited New Zealand's woods. Before humans arrived, the country was home to a complex avian biodiversity, including these big herbivorous birds. The Mount Owen Moa, Megalapteryx dedinus, was one of New Zealand's 9 known moa species. The Mount Owen Moa was a strong bird, reaching heights of over 2 meters and weighing several hundred pounds. Like other moa species, they had long necks, muscular legs, and were flightless, making them well suited to New Zealand's forested surroundings. The Mount Owen Moa's major diet was composed of grass, fruits, and leaves found in its natural habitat. Unfortunately, the Mount Owen Moa, like other moa species, became extinct with the introduction of humans in New Zealand. Habitat degradation, hunting by early Maori immigrants, and predation by imported species all contributed to the extinction of these extraordinary birds. Today, Mount Owen Moa represents New Zealand's distinctive avian fauna, as well as the necessity of conservation efforts to safeguard endangered and extinct species. 2,700-year-old tomb complex. The finding of burial horse remains from 2,700 years ago in the tomb of an ancient Chinese royal family is an important archaeological find that throws light on ancient burial traditions as well as the cultural significance of horses in Chinese history. Horses were highly regarded and revered creatures in ancient China, frequently connected with power, royalty, and elite position. The presence of burial horses in the tomb of a royal family implies that these animals played an important role in funerary rites, representing riches, prestige, and rank in the afterlife. In ancient Chinese dynasties, it was customary practice to bury horses beside nobility and royalty, reflecting the belief in an afterlife in which these venerated animals would accompany and serve the dying. Studying the remains of burial horses sheds light on the link between humans and horses, the cultural significance of animals in ancient societies, and the complicated rituals and beliefs surrounding death and the afterworld. The discovery of these well-preserved horse skeletons provides insight into the ancient Chinese royal family's material culture and ceremonial customs, as well as the significance of horses in their cosmology. The discovery highlights ancient China's rich history and cultural heritage, particularly the elaborate burial traditions, religious beliefs, and social structures of the time. The presence of burial horses in the tomb of an ancient Chinese royal family demonstrates the enduring relationship between people and animals, as well as the profound symbolic value these majestic beasts held in ancient Chinese civilization. The golden tongue. The discovery of mummies with golden tongues in Egypt is an incredible archaeological find that throws light on ancient Egyptian burial customs and ideas about the afterlife. The appearance of golden tongues in mummies' lips suggests a ritual or symbolic significance related with speaking, communication, or the passage to the underworld in Egyptian spirituality. In ancient Egyptian religion, the concept of heart-soul speaking during the judgment of Osiris was critical for the departed to enter the afterlife. The golden tongue placed in a mummy's mouth represents the power to speak truth, perform appropriate spells and incantations, and transmit one's righteousness to the gods in the eternal judgment. The use of gold, a precious and symbolically significant substance, in mummies' tongues reflects their high position and importance in ancient Egyptian society. The practice of giving mummies golden tongues symbolizes the sophisticated burial ceremonies, magic spells, and religious beliefs that guided the deceased to the realm of the gods. Studying mummies with golden tongues sheds light on ancient Egyptians' cultural, religious, and spiritual views about death, the afterlife, and the rituals connected with a successful transition into eternal. The finding sheds new light on ancient Egypt's complex and interesting burial traditions, highlighting the devotion and significance put on speech and communication throughout the journey to the underworld. Giant Ice Age mammoth bone structure. The enigmatic ancient monument built of mammoth bones, which includes a ring of heads, skeletons, tusks, and other bones, questions its purpose and importance in prehistoric society. The structure's sheer scale, which is too vast for a roof, suggests it had a ritual, symbolic, or community purpose rather than a utilitarian one. Given the presence of mammoth bones and skulls in the structure, experts may assume it was a site of ceremonial, ritual, or burial related to mammoth hunting, as these creatures were important to ancient peoples for food, materials, and symbolic importance. The placement of the bones in a ring may have had symbolic significance in terms of ancestor worship, religious ceremonies, or communal gatherings. The discovery of this perplexing building highlights the intricate belief systems, social structures, and cultural practices of prehistoric communities. The use of mammoth bones in the creation of such a monument emphasizes the reverence, respect, and significance placed on these massive Ice Age animals and their involvement in the lives of ancient people. As researchers continue to investigate and evaluate this ancient bone structure, they may discover new details about its function, the beliefs of those who created it, and its place in the cultural scene of the time. The structure's mysterious character encourages additional inquiry and speculation, providing a glimpse into the rich tapestry of human history and the deep ties between ancient peoples and the natural environment. Feline geoglyph. The discovery of a massive 2,000-year-old cat geoglyph in Peru is an important archaeological find that contributes to the rich tapestry of ancient Nazca culture. The geoglyph, which depicts a stylized feline form etched into the desert floor, demonstrates the Nazca civilization's extraordinary artistic and engineering abilities. The Nazca lines, which include the cat geoglyph, are a collection of massive patterns and geometric shapes etched into the Nazca Desert in southern Peru. These elaborate drawings, visible from the air, are said to have served ceremonial, religious, or astrological purposes for the Nazca people. The discovery of the gigantic cat geoglyph adds to the Nazca geoglyph database, providing new insights into the ancient civilization's culture and beliefs. These geoglyphs were created and preserved by astonishing feats of ancient engineering and artistic expression. The Nazca line's long legacy continues to enchant scholars, historians, and visitors, providing insight into the Nazca people's spiritual, cultural, and creative worlds. The study and preservation of these ancient geoglyphs is critical for comprehending the Nazca civilization's history and heritage, as well as the larger context of pre-Columbian cultures in the Andes. The gigantic 2,000-year-old cat geoglyph in Peru adds a fresh chapter to the saga of the Nazca lines, emphasizing the ancient artwork's continuing intrigue and mystery. Fire mummy. The Kabayan mummy caves, located in the Philippine town of Kabayan, are a collection of man-made caves used as burial grounds by ancient Ibuloy tribes. These caves are famous for containing a unique collection of centuries-old mummies, which are regarded important cultural and historical artifacts. The Kabayan mummies are thought to be from the pre-colonial period, with some estimating their age at roughly 500 years. The Ibuloy people's mummification procedure included burning and preserving the bodies to prevent decomposition. The mummies were seated and covered in blankets or traditional woven cloths. The Kabayan mummy caves are notable archaeological sites that shed light on the ancient Ibuloy people's burial practices, beliefs, and traditions. The preservation of the mummies in the caves has enabled academics and historians to investigate the regional indigenous tribes' cultural traditions and obtain a better knowledge of their way of life. Today, the Kabayan mummy caves are regarded as a valuable cultural heritage site in the Philippines, drawing tourists interested in history, anthropology, and archaeology. The mummies remind us of the rich and complex cultural tapestry of the Philippines' indigenous peoples, as well as the significance of maintaining and honoring their traditions and legacies. After seeing these videos, the importance of archaeologists doing their work is even more appreciated. Headless Vikings of Dorset. The Headless Vikings of Dorset were a historical event that occurred in the early 11th century in the county of Dorset, England. During this time, a group of Viking raiders were executed and buried without their heads. The actual circumstances of the occurrence, as well as the motivations for the decapitations, are still debated and speculated about in history. The discovery of 3 headless Viking bodies in Dorset sheds light on England's Viking Age, which was marked by violent wars and power struggles. The Vikings, well known for their raids and invasions across Europe, encountered local resistance and frequently fought deadly battles with Anglo-Saxon forces. The Anglo-Saxon rulers' killing and decapitation of these Vikings in Dorset could have been punishment, vengeance, or a show of force to dissuade future Viking invasions and incursions. During this time, decapitation was frequently used to instill fear, assert power, or take retribution on adversaries. The discovery of Dorset's Headless Vikings sheds light on the violent confrontations and cultural contacts that occurred between Viking invaders and local Anglo-Saxon people throughout early medieval England. It serves as a reminder of the Viking Age's stormy history, as well as the long-term influence of these wars on the region's terrain and archaeological record. Ancient gladiator arena in Turkey. The discovery of a Roman arena in Turkey, which is thought to be like Rome's Colosseum, and would have hosted gladiator fights in front of 20,000 people 1,800 years ago, is an incredible archaeological finding. This ancient arena illuminates the cultural and historical linkages between the Roman Empire and its provinces, demonstrating the pervasive influence of Roman architecture and entertainment. The arena's resemblance to Rome's famed Colosseum indicates the Roman Empire's impact on distant places, as well as its efforts to recreate the grandeur and spectacle of Roman entertainment. Gladiator battles, chariot races, and other public spectacles were popular kinds of entertainment in Roman society, and arenas like the one unearthed in Turkey provided sites for these activities. The The discovery of this Roman arena gives important information about the social, cultural, and architectural practices of the Roman Empire's provincial territories. The arena would have served as a hub of entertainment, competition, and communal meetings, attracting large crowds to see thrilling and often brutal gladiator battles against other artists. Studying the newly unearthed Roman arena in Turkey can help us better comprehend the Roman Empire's reach, impact on local populations, and the diversity of architectural styles and entertainment traditions across the empire. The discovery sheds light on the ancient world's rich and dynamic cultural exchanges, while also emphasizing Roman civilization's ongoing influence. Royal burial. The finding of 34,000-year-old fossils of two boys reveals that ancient hunter-gatherers buried them like royalty, which is an important archaeological find that gives information on prehistoric societies' burial customs and cultural traditions. The fact that these boys were buried in a manner commonly associated with high rank or importance shows that they were important in their community. The attention to detail and ceremonial components of their interment emphasizes the cultural traditions and spiritual beliefs of the people who lived at the time. Studying these ancient burials provides insight into the complex social structures, familial relationships, and community practices of prehistoric hunter-gatherer societies. The finding of such well-preserved fossils gives researchers a unique opportunity to examine the remains, artifacts, and burial site to piece together a story about these ancient people's lives and the cultural traditions around death and memorial. Archaeologists can learn a lot about our distant predecessors' spiritual beliefs, social organization, and symbolic rituals by uncovering the secrets buried within. The wealth of discoveries made by these scientists is impressive. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. Thanks for watching and see you next time.